Now, I don't know if you guys have been following the reports, but there are a number of reports coming out linking the Knicks to a number of different trade targets. So we have to talk about it. The Knicks trade reports right now are heating up. And at this point in time, they are being linked to two big men in the NBA. And those two gentlemen are Jonas Valanciunas with the Wizards and Walker Kessler with the Utah Jazz. Let's first take a look at what the reports say before I give you my take on the situation and tell you exactly what the Knicks are likely going to do at the trade deadline. Shout out to Fansided NBA Insiders for giving us the following information here about the Knicks and potentially what they can do moving forward at the deadline. According to them, with the Chua's return, all eyes turn to Mitchell Robinson, whose rim protection would be greatly benefiting this Knicks team if he was available right now. However, it's a bit of a stretch to say the Knicks should outright move Cat to power forward again, but expect Robinson, once he comes back, to get plenty of run once he's up to speed. So that absolutely confirms what I've been saying. When Mitchell Robinson comes back, he is going to get significant time. If he's getting significant time, Jericho Sims becomes situational, and likely Precious Achiuwa becomes OG Anunoby's permanent backup at that point in time. But we're going to have to wait and see exactly what the Knicks do as they get their players back. But it's clear they're waiting for Robinson, and they're waiting to pair Robinson with Karl-Anthony Towns. That's the double big lineup that eventually they want to get to. Similar exactly to what the Minnesota Timberwolves did with Rudy Gobert and Cat when he was doing that last year. But let's continue here. The New York Knicks remain a potential trade deadline buyer as well too, with big men targets like Jonas Valanciunas and Walker Kessler extremely popular in Knicks circles. There is always room to improve, and New York's front office proved its urgency this summer by trading for Cat and Mikal Bridges. So first things first here. There is no doubt about it. We are in championship contention. We are in our window. So if Leon Rose can make a trade right now to get the Knicks in even better position to make a trade, to make us a better team, and we don't have to gut the team to do it, he's going to do that. Leon Rose is a businessman. He is never going to let an opportunity pass him by. I think we all understand that. But there's something else we understand with Leon Rose as well. He is going to make the best move for the Knicks each and every time. And he's not going to make a move he can't make or a move he doesn't have to. Walker Kessler was the target before Karl-Anthony Towns in the offseason. We tried to get him. Danny Ainge is a thief. He's a thief. That's why we couldn't get the deal done. He wanted so much for Walker Kessler that Leon Rose said, you know what? I can't do that. I'm going to walk away and I have to pivot to try to get somebody else. I think looking back on everything, Leon Rose absolutely made the right decision. And when you look at exactly what Walker Kessler's value is, if you look at what it's predicted to be, you'll understand why he walked away. Let's take a look at the following reports about Walker Kessler, Jonas Valanciunas, and potentially them being available at the trade deadline. Shout out to Evan Cedardy for giving us the following information about these two prospects that are apparently right now linked to the Knicks. According to him, Jonas Valanciunas is viewed as one of the most likely players to be moved once newly signed free agents become trade eligible on December 15th. Various title contending teams have begun to gauge the value of Valanciunas, and his minutes continue to dwindle on the Wizards. So everything is pointing to the fact right now that Jonas Valanciunas is likely going to be moved. It may not be something that the Wizards are going to wait for. As soon as December 15th comes, maybe they make that trade automatically. But then look what we have right there. Look at what we talk about when it comes to Walker Kessler. The Jazz hold a high asking price for Walker Kessler in potential trade talks. Utah previously desired multiple first-round picks or a top prospect alongside draft capital. Kessler joins Victor Wembanyama as the only players averaging a double-double and 2 blocks per game. I absolutely understand that. Clearly, he's a prospect. Clearly, the Knicks are linked to him. The Knicks wanted to get him on this team in the offseason, but they couldn't make a trade happen. With Jonas Valanciunas, that name has been linked to the Knicks since the offseason as well, too. Since he was with the New Orleans Pelicans, and he didn't make a move yet at that time, and he was considering other teams to go to, he was thinking about the Knicks at that point. He was linked to the Knicks all the way at that point in time. Now, with the minutes dwindling for him, with the Knicks owning the Wizards' first-round pick, protected or not, that conversation is always going to be on the table. The only way the Knicks don't make a trade at the deadline is if they do two things. They get healthier, and as they get healthier, the players they get back actually have an impact. That's the first thing. That makes you not want to make a trade when the players you're getting back are essentially doing everything that you want players that you're going to trade for to do for you. That's number one. Number two is it's going to be if we continue to win or not. Four of them things. 4-game win streak right now. And in the month of December, we have one of the easiest schedules in the NBA. If we win 10 games straight, 11 games straight, I don't think the Knicks are going to be thinking about a trade that they need to make. Winning changes everything. You're not going to want to make a trade if you're winning consistently, if you're winning consecutive games. That doesn't make sense. So the Knicks at this point in time, I don't think that they're going to make a trade given the fact that they're getting healthier and they're winning games. If these two trends continue and it works out the right way, the only thing I see the Knicks doing is at the buyout market sometime in February. At that point, they're going to be looking there and seeing, okay, what players are available? What players can I afford to add to this team? And maybe that's the only place they look at to try to add more talent to the roster. Other than that, I don't see the Knicks doing anything else. I don't see the Knicks going after anybody else or trying to target anything else because we're winning right now. And not only are we winning, we have the best offense in the NBA. Our defense is a problem. But as we get healthier, as we get a Chua back, and we see that all switched play, and we see that all switching lineup that we saw yesterday against the Hornets with Preston Chua playing the 5, and we see Deuce McBride, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, and OG Anunoby, their ability to switch, guard everything, guard every position, make it so that every player has a hand in their face. When you get that level of defense and you're pairing it with the best offense in the league, that becomes game-changing. It changes the entire outlook of this Knicks team. It makes us even more of a championship contender, and it changes any plans the front office even had. Winning tends to do that. If you win, you change things. So if you were going to make a trade, but you win 10 straight, you're not going to make that trade anymore. There's no reason to do that because you're getting everything that you want. The Knicks are doing that right now. So I understand it. Shout out to Fansided for giving us the following information, at least letting us know that at this point in time, the Knicks are being linked to two current big men, Jonas Valanciunas and Walker Kessler. And that's coming from people within Knicks circles. So that means a lot of people internally are fans of these two players. Again, is that a surprise? No, it's not, because we knew that they were fans of these two players since the offseason. That's not going to change after the Knicks already make other moves. If their values were very low, and they could get them for nothing without having to gut the team, I guarantee those moves are being made. The problem is you have to give up too much in the Walker Kessler deal to get him on this team. You have to do the same thing with Jonas Valanciunas, I would think. The only thing is Jonas's value in comparison to Walker Kessler's value is night and day difference. If Kessler is here, Jonas is over here. And the fact that he's playing less and less minutes makes his value even worse. So maybe if the Knicks want to do that, they go that direction. If you enjoyed these clips from the live show, be sure to subscribe to the channel and have notifications turned on so you don't miss any new episodes or when we go live. Thanks for watching, Knicks fans, and until next time, peace.